Previously on The Created.
She does manage to start peering over the edge, and as she does, her eyes widen. On the opposite side of the counter, close to where she rested, is an ethereal, ghostly-looking egg. A thin layer of smoke darts and forks across the egg with a distorted crack. Charlotte is in utter disbelief, but the egg is hatching. The colors of light blues and greens eerily shine through from the cracks, and the squeak of a newborn creature is heard as it pushes its way through. A piece of smoke drops to the ground and evaporates, followed by another and another. Instinctively, Charlotte shields her eyes as the lights to the whole waiting area are suddenly turned on. Morning! Where is everyone? Aldo! Oh, sorry, did the others come back? No, no one has returned. What time is it? Huh. I would have thought the chief would be back by now. Where are the keys? At the very least, the mist must be gone, right? Ah, there they are. Aldo, I don't think you should open. Aldo opens the main door as 4 carrionettes immediately latch onto his face and body, jabbing him with needles. Oh my god! Get them off me! Charlotte rushes to the door as Aldo stumbles and falls outside. A living doll stands on the outside windowsill looking at Charlotte.
Hi, do you want to play? Ow!
The silence is soon disrupted by one of the jail doors banging violently, as if something is trying to get out. Muffled grunts can be heard coming from its direction. I can't trust it. It's not him anymore. Whatever it is in there, it's not Victor anymore. I have to get out of here. I have to get out. Now, getting flashes of images of Aldo being ambushed by a bunch of carrionettes, needles being jabbed into his flesh, the screams of his pain. With every heavy bang against the door, a new image or memory flashes in her mind. Bang. 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 She steps further and further back until she bumps into something.
Hello, Lashana.
Aldo? A pause of silence is then interrupted by brief sounds of clicking bones. Charlotte turns around to see Aldo standing right behind her, his head slumped to one side, his eyes staring right at her, unblinking, unmoving. Aldo, are you alright? Small trickles of blood drip down from the puncture wounds across his face and neck.
I'm fine, Lashana. Give me your hand.
Like a contortionist, his arm twists around unnaturally as he holds his hand out towards her. Charlotte, naturally sensing that something is definitely not right, She backs away, but is now conflicted as behind her is a vampire trapped within a jail cell, thirsty for blood. And in front of her is whatever Aldo has now become. Aldo takes a step towards Charlotte, and as he does, his knees buckle, but he only drops ever slightly, as if like a puppet held by strings.
I found the murderer, Lashana.
He takes another step.
I found the murderer.
Okay, that's great, Aldo, she says whilst moving further down the hall, past Victor's jail cell, around the corner, hoping to find that there may be a means of escape. We'll certainly look into that for you. I just need to find Victor. It only leads to a dead end. Of course there won't be a back door here. It's a jail cell. I'm not going to make it that easy, are they?
Where are you going? Where are you? She's outside. He's following me. Lashana, follow. Let's play.
He creepily begins to step around the corner. I will, Aldo, but we can't leave Victor behind, right? He's a detective after all. Charlotte, now with her back against the wall in the dead end of this corridor, holds her club ready to defend herself.
Detective, I found murder. Follow me.
His voice distorts as his elbows, as if pulled by invisible string, lift up, somehow pulling him off the ground and quickly levitating towards Charlotte, his legs knocking over a small chair that rested beside the wall, his mouth agape with eyes rolled back into his head. "Nope!" Charlotte quickly exclaims as she swings her club at him. "Nope, nope, 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 nope." Alright, I don't think I even have... Do I have a character sheet for Aldo? I do. Although I've named him Detective Wannabe, but then we called him Aldo, didn't we? Aldo Wannabe, because he's a wannabe detective. Alright. Okay, so it's very just average stats for him. Fair enough. So she'll swing the club at him. That certainly hits. Three damage. Probably say he has more. Well, I mean, the club is doing little to no damage anyway, so that's fine. The club is a bit rubbish. Charlotte will swing with the club directly at his head as he comes hovering towards her. Smacks him on the face, using that moment of distraction to then dart around beside her, running back round the corner. I'm now going to do a strength check for Victor to burst out of the jail cell. I am going to say these doors would be locked up tight. Actually, because he's been banging away for quite a while now. Oracle. Would the jail door now be very weak with Victor's frequent banging against the door? Yes, but. So it is weak, but is it not actually Victor who's inside? Yes, and. Wait, what? Oh, so Victor has become a vampire. So, like, it's technically not Victor, but it is Victor. Yes. Oh, okay. So I was going to do a hunger check, but we did do that before, and I did mention that he hadn't eaten in a very long time. Okay, so the Oracle has spoken. Victor has basically fallen prey to his hunger and his need to feed. So this is problematic for Charlotte. Okay. And the door is weak. Great. Okay, so wonderful. The door being weak. What is the likelihood that this door will burst open? Highly unlikely. Interesting. So it's weak, but it's still kind of strong, I guess. It's highly unlikely. So we're minusing 5 from Victor's strength roll to burst out of the door. We'll do multiple checks, but here and there. This is the first check. So if it's highly unlikely at the moment and it's weak, we're going to say that the DC will get less and less, unless he can just burst out straight away. So, with that in mind, we will start off the DC at 17 to break the door open. With an 11, doesn't break the door. Bangs against the door as Charlotte continues to run. She will make it past Victor's door, and Aldo will float around the corner. Only now he has a marionette clinging to the side of his face. I'll have Lashana do perception check. We'll make this difficult because she is running for her life at the moment. Perception check of 16 or more. Okay, 12. So with a quick glance behind her, she does see Aldo coming around the corner with what looks like a small, tiny person latched to the side of its face. It's gonna cause her to, as she gets further down the hallway, she is going to turn around to maybe close a set of double doors that have been left wide open in an attempt to maybe barricade it. With her doing this, we need to set a number of... I might need to maybe do... Okay, we're going to have to go into game mode now. So Lashana, then Aldo, and then Victor. Now Charlotte doesn't know or believe... I'd say Charlotte doesn't believe that Aldo may be dead. Just knows that he's been under attack by some dolls, but he's back and he's freaking out and he's hovering, so he must be under some kind of spell of some kind. I feel like in what is happening right now, everything that's taking place, everything that came before with Aldo being there, she still currently feels obliged to obviously keep him alive. That in her mind, he's still an innocent, although he is a bit weird now. She can't make heads or tails of what's going on. And with Victor banging against the door, we're sticking with the idea that she's wanting to barricade this door. How many turns would it take to barricade the door? We'll roll maybe like a d6, and I'll add 1 to it. So it will take 4 turns to barricade the door. And how many turns would it take for Aldo to reach us? I will roll a d4. 3. Okay. So it's going to take her 4 turns to barricade the door, and it's going to take Aldo 3 turns to get to me. Unless there's any way that I can speed things up. So we're going to do an investigation check with Charlotte to see if there's any... what objects we can find lying around. With a dirty 20. Okay, so... I mean, with that, it would immediately be... I guess chairs. She's immediately grabbing any chairs that are on the side, like resting against the corridor walls. And she's going to start placing them up against the door. Aldo slowly hovering towards Lashana. Wrists spasming, bones clicking, as this little carionette latched onto the side of his head It looks like it's grabbing Aldo's eye, and what Charlotte sees is incredibly gross as it pulls out a silver needle that had been lodged behind his eye.
I love you, Mommy.
Victor is going to bang against the door again. The DC this time will be 15 to break out. $15 on the nose. Joy. Okay, so Victor. Victor bursts out of the jail cell. The door swings and slams against the wall it's attached to. A chunk of metal and wood breaks off of the wall as Victor stumbles out due to the sheer force that he used against the door. His hair a mess, his jacket barely hanging onto his arms as it slipped down the back. He stands panting. Charlotte, now in more of a panic, seeing his glowing red eyes in the dark, his hands tense and like claws. The tips of his fingers look sharper than normal. Victor stands between both Lashana and Aldo. So we now need to see who Victor is coming for. Oh yes. Victor also has a boon of luck, doesn't he? And with him being feral, he does have divine intervention, but I think it's fair to say he won't be using that in his feral form. But a boon of luck, I think, would just naturally activate on its own. What does it do? 1d10 to ability checks, attacks, or saving throws. Okie dokie. Heads, he's coming for Charlotte. I was gonna say he's slightly more present in his mind. He just can't fully control what's happening right now. So with tails, he is going to try and push himself away from Charlotte and go to Aldo. But he knows ultimately that he can't stop himself. The only thing that he can do is try to nudge himself in a certain direction. Heads, Charlotte. Tails, Aldo. Fuck. Wow. Crap. Okay, he's coming for Charlotte. Great. Charlotte placing chairs up against the doorway, attempting to barricade Aldo, who's coming straight for her, is then interrupted as Victor bursts out from the jail cell. He stands slightly hunched over, panting. His red eyes gleam through the hair that dangle down past his face. With Charlotte's shock, one of the chairs slips and stumbles down, clattering to the ground. Victor snaps his head in her direction, face crumpled in unrelenting rage. Aldo hovering behind, Victor charges towards Charlotte as the marionette taunts from behind.
Oh, goody! We got another friend!
Charlotte will abandon barricading the door and just get the heck out of Dodge. She is going to run for it, bolting down the hallways and leading straight for the front door to the police station, which rests wide open. Mist creeping in. It's already starting to take over the waiting room. All right, we're gonna need contested. I'm gonna say because we're coming out of this now because she's not gonna be barricading the door anymore. We need dexterity rolls from everyone to see who is faster. Alright, Charlotte, you don't really have anything to help, do you? Okay, I was just checking out Charlotte's stuff now to see if there's anything that could help. Answer is no. So, tested dexterity checks. We'll set the line. So Aldo. Quickly he's moving towards. He's very slowly. So Aldo has stopped hovering at this point and is back to the slumped, floppy walking that a marionette does. Or carionette in this game. Victor. Oh, okay. So Victor, this is gonna be. It all depends on now Charlotte. Before I describe how this is all going. Oh wow, all of them were low. My God, that should have been so easy. Wow. Aldo got a 3. With no additions, making it a 3. Victor got a 2. With additions, making it a 4. Charlotte got a 2. With her additions, making it a 6. It is a close escape. Alright. I guess with this then. So, yeah. It's more a race, I would say, between Victor and Charlotte. Aldo has returned to his floppy marionette moving as he scuffles and walks, clicking and like making all these weird unnatural noises as the little carionette just giggles to itself on beside his head, sitting on his shoulder. Charlotte bolts through the hallways and towards the main entrance to the police station with Victor hot on her tail. Like a rabid beast, Victor charges towards Charlotte, bloodthirsty, wanting to drain her of her life essence. With every sharp turn, Victor slams against the wall, but is able to crawl onto the side of the wall with his claws before going back to the ground and chasing after her. Victor, now salivating, can almost taste her flesh as he reaches towards her clothing to try and pull her back. Charlotte racing through the reception hall, jumping over some of the lines of chairs to try and use it as a barricade. She sees the main doors be pulled closed as a group of small carionettes giggle to themselves. No! Without thinking, Charlotte holds her hand up towards the door and casts Thaumaturgy, causing the doors to just burst open, throwing carionettes into the reception hall.
Hey, no fair!
As she then sprints out, and we're going to see if she can fully make it out before she's able to use it again to slam the doors back closed. We'll do athletics versus athletics. We'll set the line first. Victor's getting a +6. Oof. Oof with a 21. He does have the boon of luck as well. Oracle. Would this savage Victor essentially waste the boon of luck for this in order to grab her? No. Okay. So I guess it needs Victor to be, you know, more present in his mind and less savage and crazed. So, to set the scene, because this is a very, very important role now, Victor is sprinting after Lashana and is literally about to pounce through the doorway to grab her. And at the same time, Lashana is turning around to cast Thaumaturgy to slam the door essentially right in his face, to cut him off, and so then she can make a clear escape. So she really needs to make this roll now. She needs to beat a 21 in order to do this. I have nothing that can help. Come on. Come on, Charlotte. Come on.